Hey everybody, Cobra here. I wanted to bring you aspects and imprints today because a lot of people are confused about those, or we have information floating around there that just isn't right. So I want to bring you firsthand and show you exactly what happens when you pull them, what you do, and then a special little secret in between how you can double that percentage on each of your imprints. So I'll gather up a couple things and I'll meet you over at the crafter. Thanks for waiting. So we all know about the aspects and we can get them from dungeons, and there's 4 tiers of aspects. So the dungeon aspects are tier 1, and then you get a little bit more points and a little bit more spread at tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. So we should be looking for the best item that we can find, right? Should have the higher aspects. Well, unfortunately, that is not the case. I'm going to give you a couple examples. We have a regular club and then a sacred knife with the same exact aspect. Sacred should be better. It should be higher. But if we look here, we have 16 on the club and 11 on the sacred knife. Well, why isn't it higher? It is not created equal, unfortunately. I have seen tier 3 and tier 4 skills on regular legendary items. You have to be real careful and you have to look at them. Everybody wants ancestral up in torment. Well, a lot of the sacred gear has the better skills on it, and it's cheaper. It's a lot cheaper. You're wasting all your money pulling all the tier 4 skills thinking that they're better. Let's look at these pants. Sacred versus ancestral. Okay, basic skill damage 6. That's a good one. That's maxed. It's sacred. So ancestral, it's lower though. It doesn't have a higher spread. Why is that? Well, I think it's all random. I've been getting regular legendary gear with all the tiers on it. I've been getting sacred with way higher than ancestral. We're going to break them down for you real quick, kind of show you. $57,000 to break down. This is a tier 2. This is a non-dungeon aspect. It retains its 16%. Let's break it down. 16%. It retains it. Great. Straightforward, right? Nothing. The sacred. Let's pull the aspect. Whoa! That's a lesser aspect and it cost almost 3 times the price. What's going on here? That's not cool. If it was from an ancestral piece of gear, even if the stat was lower, it would be closer to $500,000. We'll show you with the pants real quick. Sacred. Alright. Higher stat. Ancestral. But that's 2 dungeon runs for me. 3 dungeon runs, possibly, if I don't get nothing. It makes no sense. And you have to be careful not to just pull everything. Now there's one other thing too. Sometimes the skills will reduce down to tier 1 in their base stat, and the spread that they had at tier 2 will be reverted and reduced equivalently. Let me show you real quick. Which ring is better? 9.5 out of 10. Alright, both legendary too. Oh! This one's between 7.5 and 15, and it's a 10.5. Well, 10.5 is better. So if that's my skill, then hey, I want to pull that one. Let's see what happens. Alright, 9.5, normal. 9.5, normal, normal spread. Let's pull the amulet. What just happened? Why is it 7? I'm losing damage, pulling the higher one. Why is it 7? I've noticed that sometimes the skills will revert back to tier 1, and as I told you, it would keep that same spread, but reduce it to an equal level. I don't know all the items that do this, but I've noticed several that do. Same skill reduces when you pull out. So you want to be careful what you're pulling, you want to look at it. You really want to be careful. I'll give you another example here. Got some gloves, right? Basic skill 9%. Basic skill 9%. Both the aspects are the same. One of them's a tier 2 with a 611 item power. The other one is 780 item power. So you would think that the bigger one is better. I put that one in my gloves. The cost is all right. It's not too extravagant. 56,000. I get the 9%. I put in the ancestral aspect. I get them in the gloves. Cost is a little bit cheaper to put it in. That's the thing with this one. If you pull it and you have it and it's from that gear, it's still okay. It's gonna cost you $500,000 to pull it. Between $400,000 and $500,000 to pull it, and it's gonna be cheaper to put in your item. But the cheaper, I don't really think outweighs the cost of gold, because the veiled crystals are way more common than me going out and selling every last piece of item I have. I could take the mats from that and it would build up a lot quicker. I don't feel that the ancestral aspects are really worth it unless it is your skill. It is the highest that you found. So you really have to be looking at all your legendary gear, not just sacred, not just ancestral. Don't make it make common sense, because it doesn't make common sense all the time. And the one secret, since you stuck around for so long, is for some reason you can double the skill percentage on any of your imprinted aspects if you put them in. I call it your offhanded weapon, but it's going to be right here, the larger square weapons. I have tested it with the barbarian also, and it does work on both the two-handed slashing and the two-handed blunt. So he has 2 slots. You can double any percentage that you put in them. I'm going to show you. And I messed up. So if you're making a blade twister like I am and you love it, don't mess up like me. I'm doing the research so you don't have to. If you look at my twisting blade, 13 to 26, that's not bad. You know, I was like, oh, that's okay. Let me just hit this. 11 to 22. 11, 22. A little bit less, right? Not as good. Well, if I put that on my crossbow, it doubles. What just happened here? Why is it doing that? I didn't realize that. Nobody told me this. Like, why does it double? I was losing so much damage running everything I've been running, because this is something that you have to stumble upon. Why? What just happened? Now, as you can see, I put the wrong skill in there. I'm going to switch that with the sword, hit about 16%, lose that, and I'm going to double my twisting blade. Your core skill should be in your off weapon, the one that you do the most damage with, the main skill in your arsenal. Your multiplier should be there. And that's something I think is going to help everybody, because that's not told. These reducing percentages are not told. I mean, you just think you go out, get sacred, get ancestral, it's better, it's better, it's better, and it's not. So wherever you're at, if you're with your friends at a smaller difficulty, look for the stuff. Look for everything. You pick up every legendary and put it away. You never sell it. If you don't like the skill and you don't like the spread and you don't like the stat, you break it down, because it's going to take a lot of these to get you where you need to be. So, well, I hope you enjoyed everything. Don't forget to comment, and I'll see you next time. Be safe out there. Oh, hey, you're still here. That's great. It means a lot. If you enjoyed this video, here's another. Hit that like, ring that bell, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change.